Would large ferries in Tampa Bay be worth it? Before I continue on with my speech, I would like to ask you all a number of questions. Number one, how would you feel about less congested, safer roads in the Tampa and Pinellas communities? Number two, how would you feel about unlocking extra time in your life to have to yourself, your family members, loved ones, maybe read a book or exercise? Number three, how would you feel about contributing to your local community in order to genuinely benefit your local economy? For most people, I would assume the answer is yes. Now, how would you all react if I said that I've come up with a plan that not only helps solve these issues listed above, but much, much more? It is on this topic that I will be discussing with you all today. Introduction to the idea of large ferries. In 2019, as of now, there are relatively small ferries being driven around the Tampa Bay area. Unfortunately, they've only been instilled due to entertainment purposes. Throughout the speech, I will be conveying several ways in which ferry industries will benefit different aspects of our life and the life of our community. In the following slide, we'll see a ferry that is able to accommodate many, many goods. As you can see in the photo, there are RVs placed right here, vehicles, boats, a substantial amount of people all throughout the ferry, and other goods. Traffic reduction. I'll say it again, traffic reduction. This is all something we love to hear. Being that we all live in the Hillsborough and Pinellas counties, we can attest to the heavy volumes of traffic that we see on a daily basis. But due to these facts, studies show that time spent alone, time spent with family members, not only reduces stress by a long shot, but lengthens life expectancy. Studies are also showing that heavy volumes of traffic induces stress heavily in individuals and heavily affects blood conditions, heart conditions, high blood pressure, and other health conditions. During the heavy road congestions that Tampa Bay may have, research is showing that what would have taken maybe 10 minutes has been tripling now as the years go by. As you can see in this photo, it is a demonstration of a family having dinner. Either for a basic family dinner or a birthday dinner, they were able to come together and spend quality time. In this photo right here, you'll see a father who came home early from work and has that extra time to enjoy with each one of his daughters. In this photo right here, we'll see a young lady that's taking some time to regroup, reset her mind, have some time to herself, and read a nice book. Advantages for our community. Revenue generated through increase in tourist visits would have a positive impact on our local community. Not only would businesses that are in need have a steady cash flow, the overall economy would have a steady cash flow and capital to live off of. Numerous cities, such as Chicago, have thrived due to increase in tourist visitation after the addition of popular attractions and more efficient travel, according to the Chicago Tribune newspaper. In this photo, we see a mom and pop shop. It is a family-owned business that is flourishing, that is progressing, and has traffic coming through. I don't mean traffic as in cars, I mean traffic as in people traffic. Now it's time to touch base on a more severe topic, auto accidents. It is something that we see daily. It is something that we see in both counties, Hillsborough and Pinellas. It is something that is devastating and increasing within each year. According to the Motor Vehicle Safety website, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Studies, their studies show that 40,000 people have been dying every single year due to motor accidents. Many accidents nowadays are avoidable and preventable, but due to careless and reckless driving habits, it's been harder to decrease those rates. As I believe and as I always say, with less traffic, there are less accidents. With less accidents, there's minimized traffic. Furthermore, some more facts I was able to gather of the statistics that we're experiencing now in this generation. Nicole Griggs from the Tampa Bay Forward's website, ABC News Action, claimed that their latest data found that at least one civilian is injured or killed simply by crossing the roads in Tampa and Pinellas counties. Unfortunately, they are injured daily. One person is injured daily. In addition to this, from On the Road from the National Safety Council website, I also found that they recently found a source that claimed since the Great Recession, the U.S. has not had this much death, but for 3 consecutive years, 40,000 and more individuals have died due to roadway, crossing, or auto accidents. I also found that the author of The Verge, Andrew J. Hawkins, he presents that policemen have been dedicating most of their time to monitoring crosswalks in order to prevent collisions, as there have been an excessive amount of people dying from these collisions. As you can see in this photo right here, we have your basic fender bender, everybody seems to be okay. Unfortunately, that is not the case, and it hasn't been the case for the last couple of years. The commercial aspects of ferry transport. Now it is time to move on to how we'll make this transport even possible. Benefits to lessen truck travel include: the environment would benefit from reduced toxin emissions, which means less pollution for the environment and our atmosphere. There will be a decreased frequency of regular maintenance on vehicles. There's going to be transport of merchandise, materials, and other goods that will be transported much quicker and much more efficient for businesses. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration's website, Independent Statistics and Analysis, they claim that diesel fuels have fewer amounts of carbon monoxide, dioxide, and hydrocarbons. It releases a fair amount of nitrogen compounds. In this photo, we can see a truck just coming by and getting the ferry transport started. In this photo, we'll see a group of employees who are getting the ferry transport industry started up. In this photo right here, we're seeing what will be eliminated if we decided to instill the ferry industries in the Tampa Bay area. Right here is a young man who is working on a vehicle, such as a semi-truck or any type of bigger vessel for businesses. You can see him here repairing the truck and going through multitudes and multitudes of wires, pipes, and much, much more that keeps these trucks going. If we are able to instill these ferry industries, this will be completely diminished and wiped out. You would see business workers a little bit more happier, content. They'd have more time on their hands. They'd be able to use their costs towards other resources and other uses for business and industries. The most significant issue of this idea lies in the engineering of how the ferry transport would work. I'm able to propose this idea that we could help overcome this obstacle. It is imperative to figure out a way to encase machinery in order to prevent seaweed and the sea life from getting hurt. What I've developed and what I thought of is manufacturing an underwater mobile conveyor belt that can withstand extreme amounts of weight. By doing this, the ferries would be able to accommodate not only individuals who want to go for traveling purposes, but cars and RVs, everything that we've seen in the past pictures. With this issue, we'll be able to figure all that out. In closing, the final bridge to cross is funding. I would suggest presenting this plan to multiple investors, multiple potential investors, and not only doing that, but petitioning and supporting and advocating for this idea. Now here's a demonstration of I-275. We've all driven on I-275. We can see there's lots of traffic all throughout, and the traffic keeps going on, and there's traffic on the sides of the pictures. Now you see this. This is what we go through on a daily basis. Now imagine this. Less congested roads, safer, visible, clearer. It gives your mind a clearer mindset, and would not only impose a better life for the individuals that live in Hillsborough County, but would help every single person that has been injured or has lost a loved one through accidents. Now is the call to action. The addition of large ferries would benefit and convenience the Bay inhabitants, which is us, and I believe what is needed and what is required is for all of us to not only advocate and believe in the idea, but petition, talk to multiple investors, and not only bring this idea to action, but help bring it to action with every single action that we can put in. We owe it to ourselves, we owe it to our families, and we owe it to our community. These are some statistics. Thank you guys so much, and have a good one.